Thanks for tuning in to another one of this here episodes of Full Retard by Mentally Damaged. I really appreciate you boys tuning in. Now you be sure to head on over to that Book of Faces, I think they call it Facebook, and give us one of them dire likes. At 500, we're going to have one of them things they call a contest. That's where we give free shit away so you can complain about it not being good enough. Let's see if my sinuses would stop acting up. I could do crazy stuff like this all the time. Can you imagine if I did an entire episode narrating stories in just a ridiculous voice like, "Hello, today we're going to talk about some choosing beggars. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful night." Or maybe it should be more along the lines of,
"In a world where narrators are forced to talk in ridiculous voices."
Let me know what kind of voice you like. This is really a milestone for us. This is episode 50, so I wanted to do something just a little bit different. So, with my ongoing sinus issues, it is a royal pain in the ass for me to record anything more than just a few seconds long, because it requires a massive amount of editing. So for this, our 50th episode, I'm going to have my wife, Bonnie, do the narrating. Y'all be sure to give us a comment at opinions@mentallydamaged.com and let us know how she does. And real quick, I just want to give a big shout out to all of our listeners outside of the United States. I never imagined we would pick up so many listeners outside of America. So big shout out to y'all. Thanks for listening.
You only have one kid. I have 3. Let me cut in line for the plane. I don't care if you miss it. So this mom with a teen, a kid, and a baby in the line for the luggage check-in started telling everyone to let her cut in line because I have 3 to take care of. Why can't you make it easy for a hustling mother? She then got to where me and my mom were and started yelling at us to let her cut in line. We didn't let her because we were already late. My mom told her, "I understand that you have 3 kids and whatnot, but we've been standing in line just as long as you, if not longer, and we're about to miss our plane. So stop it." The entitled mom then proceeded to shout at my mom for about 5 minutes straight as my mom shut her up in the middle. We just shrugged it off and kept going. Our flight was delayed, so we had some time. A little while later, I found a passport on the floor, which looked like it belonged to entitled mom. Her name was then called on the PA, telling her to urgently board her flight because it was about to take off. She missed her flight. I simply put her passport in lost and found.
Up next, we have more entitled parents.
Em wanted me to let her kid color in my book. This happened yesterday. After work I had to take my car to get it inspected, an oil change and a car wash. I knew that this might take a while to get done, as I was going after work and it might get busy. I planned ahead and brought with me my sketchbook and nice colored ink pens. I am a doodler, so even though I am not sketching profiles or landscapes, I am still drawing mandalas and things like that. Things that take a lot of time and effort to make. Cue to a busy waiting from. The couches are all taken, so I grab a seat at a table, which is actually preferred since I'm sketching. I first noticed Em and Ed sitting on one of the couches. Em was scrolling through her phone while Ed was complaining about being bored because they had been there forever. I pull out my Moleskine sketchbook, black ink pen, and start working on a doodle that I've been working on for a few days now. A few minutes later, I hear the pitter-patter of tiny Ed feet come up next to me. "Ed, what you drawing?" Me, "I'm working on this doodle." I showed it to her. "Ed, that just looks like a bunch of weird lines." Me, "Ed, can I draw too?" Me, "Do you have your own paper and pens?" Ed, "No." Me, "Then I guess you'll have to wait until you get home to draw." Ed, "But you have extra paper and pens. Let me use them. You're supposed to share." Me, "Nah kid, these are my things and I don't want you using them." This is when Ed starts crying. The crying is what cues Em to look up from her phone. Ed runs over to Em and says, "That mean lady won't let me color in her book." Em gets up from her seat and comes over to me. Ed wants to have some of your paper and pens so she can color. You need to do it because she's bored. Me, "No. These are my things and I have every right to not want some random child using them." I then tried to explain to her that I don't like ripping pages out of my sketchbook because it might ruin the integrity of the book and that my ink pens are somewhat expensive, which means I don't want other people using them. All reasonable answers. Oh no, there was no convincing M. She went off about how I wasn't actually drawing real art and how her precious daughter needs entertainment and that I have to let her have some paper or else she'll tell the manager of the car place. I was starting to get really ticked off, but I just grabbed my things and moved to area of chairs that are on an outside patio type area. Thankfully, M's car was ready soon after, so she ended up leaving, but damn, I was afraid she wasn't going to let it go. That's it for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to like us on Facebook. Our first contest will be at 500 likes. Support us at the link in the description. If you have comments, email us at opinions@mentallyDamaged.com, and if you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to get all of our latest episodes.